afraid I'm gonna have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. It should only take a moment. There, I've stored all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Okay.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
Yeah, you don't want to interrupt that little meeting. If you're trying to go forward and nudge your way past the guards while they're talking, everybody in the room will start attacking you. So I highly suggest you not do that, considering you're unarmed.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you? Not at all. Oh, there's not much to tell. I was born into a big family and don't get along with my parents, so here I am, as far away from them as possible. There are chief competitors in this region and many others. That makes them our enemies. While I respect their business acumen, I'm obligated to try to destroy them however I can. That's business, after all. Yes, it is. My brother and I run this particular branch, but our family has operations all over, particularly in California. Look around, and you'll notice two things. First, we don't lack for security. I'm not worried about anyone breaking in here or stealing our goods. Not that we don't occasionally have attempts, but even those prove useful. Do you know how much target dummies cost? Back to my point. The second thing you'll notice is that we do not sell cheap merchandise. Everything here is second to none. People who buy Van Graff goods typically don't care where they have to go to get them. This place is certainly lively, that's for sure. Did you want to know something specific about it? Ah, the rulers of Freeside. The Kings are a bunch of boys who refuse to grow up, and this is their playground. Their leader seems different, though. The few times I've dealt with him, I've been impressed, despite myself. Unfortunately, he rarely acts. The Kings believe that everyone in Freeside can do whatever they want, provided they can back it up with force. Which suits us just fine. When we first arrived in Freeside, the Kings protested when we kicked out the original occupant of this establishment. When we reduced several of their members to glowing puddles of goo, their objections vanished. Since then, we've left each other alone. I don't really have much to do with them. They seem to have an aversion to weapons technology, and those who possess a great deal of it. Their loss, really. Well, you probably noticed the Atomic Wrangler across the street. That's pretty much the place to go around here. They make it a little loud around here at night, but the business their proximity brings more than makes up for it. Other than them, you're better off skipping Freeside entirely and just heading to the Strip. You must not know a lot about my family, or you wouldn't have asked that. The Van Graffs and the NCR have been enemies for decades. They've tried to block our expansion for years, but we've managed to grow regardless. The problem is, they have too. The NCR is huge now. We're talking on a scale that's difficult to imagine. Time was, we could fight them and hold our own. Not so anymore. My family has enough men and guns to field a small army, but the NCR can field a really, really big army. Fighting them is out of the question now. I've only heard rumors, since this is the furthest east our operations go, but the rumors are pretty scary. They're said to be a huge slaver nation, with all the soldiers obeying their lord with unquestioning obedience. Sounds like a man I'd like to meet. Very little, same as everyone else. We attempted to deal with him when we first moved into the area, but had no luck. He must have his own weapons supplies to keep as many laser-armed robots operational as he does. Makes me wonder where they are. It just so happens a position opened up recently. We currently need another body to guard the entrance outside. Think you can handle that? Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
Welcome to the Sylph. Oh, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard. You can always tell a rookie. You look too eager. Get the job a few hours, and shine will come right off. You'll be covering the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out.
Okay.
Good. Look around and get a feel for what customers and risk into the engineering. Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor. With a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference? Laser or plasma?
Now, I know the difference between laser and plasma, but for those who don't, might as well ask.
Lasers have a high rate of fire, but not a lot of stopping power. Plasma, on the other hand, is slow as a mule, but with a kick to match. So, what'll it be? Nothing wrong with going plasma. Just make sure you hit what you're aiming at. Now that you're equipped, quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just assaulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice, but they're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. Who knows? You might attract a high roller from the Wrangler over there and never have to pull a gig like this again.
Cool.
Settle in. You got some hours left before your shift ends. Here comes a I'll let you handle this.
Yeah, this person can't afford the weapons in this building. He can barely afford the clothes on his body.
Hi there. Is this where I can pick up a laser gun?
And he's got the word drunk.
Sounds like a stupid policy to me.
Good. Stick to the rules.
Yeah, we don't allow drunks in here.
Another one coming. You're on.
Hi. I was, in the area and thought I'd stop by to look at your weapons. Can I go in? Fine by me.
He's clean. See? Not too hard, is it? Heads up. Looks like we got another customer.
Howdy! I just done broke the bank over at the Wrangler there and thought I might peruse your fine wares. Maybe lighten my purse a little? Now hold on here, I'm not packing any heat. Ain't my word good enough for you? I suppose it's alright, if there's no other choice.
He's clean.
See? Told you so.
Alright, I'm just following the rules.
Looks like that guy's headed this way. Don't screw it up.
This last guy, I know he's gonna end up starting a fight. He apparently has some C4 on him, and he plans on trying to blow up the Van Grass.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in? That's not really necessary, is it? I already told you I got this here revolver, right? You gonna ask me questions all day, or you gonna let me in? Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Over here! What the hell do you suppose that's about? Help me clean this up. No one's gonna want to shop here with the corpse outfit.
Yeah, they got some C4 from him. This is gonna come in handy for me later.
Crap. This I do not need today. Keep your head straight. Things are about to get interesting.
This is one of the King's men.
Hey, Simon. How's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today.
What can I say? Business has been good.
Good to hear, buddy. So is the boss lady in?
No, she is. Why don't you go in and say hi?
Nah, I got some rounds to run. But do pass along that I'm always thinking of her. Actually, I got a better idea. Make the new hire tell her. You'll do that for me, won't you?
Why don't you just tell her yourself?
I would, but I tend to distract the boss lady a little too much. She can't help herself. Anyway, I got things to do. Later, Simon.
Way to keep your head, Woody. Let's hope for you yet. It's just about closing time. Let's go see the boss about getting paid. Oh, you're gonna need the rifle and armor back. boss's orders.
You could at least let me put my own armor back on and strip me naked like that. This is me.
Hello.
Simon's been telling me how it went. Let's do a quick recap. You kept away the undesirables, patted down the rest for weapons, and kept your cool. That is to say, you performed as instructed. Simon was impressed, and so am I. So you get a small bonus with your normal pay. Unfortunately, I found someone else with a little more experience, and he'll take over the position starting tomorrow. However, another task has come up that I could use some help with, assuming you're still interested in making some money.
Always.
There's a deal that we've been working on for a while now, and the buyer would like a sample of our weapons. I need you to run a package out to a discrete location that the client has chosen. Sound good? Good. Here's the package. I'll mark the location on your map. The buyer said they'd be in town for quite a while, so there's no rush. That said, try not to dawdle. This client could mean big money for us, which naturally means big money for you.
Yes, boss lady. Close to my leveling up. Still quite a bit. About 300. Or a little over 200.
Want to get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
218. 218
We've got stuff
points.
we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
I did notice that my armor is damaged a little bit. Should probably find someone to repair it for me. Well, I'm passing by Nick and Ralph, so maybe I could ask Nick. Oh, Mick.
I heard about some things you've done around town. Nice to know someone is helping out for a change.
Not Nick, Mick.
Sure, let's see what you've got.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping in.
I always thought his name was Mick, Nick, but his name is Mick. But I thought it was an N, but it's actually an M. My bad. Oh, me and my poor sharing again. Why do I have to go through Isaac's house? That's just silly. Eddie, don't go and killing somebody or something out of the blue like that, scaring the bejeebies out of me. With that cutscene.
you the Van Graff's emissary?
I am.
Do you have what we requested?
Which way?
We were told there would be no questions. Do you have what we requested or not?
Yes.
Huh. Then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
His responses sounded very robotic. Emotionless. Yeah, there was no emotion in his response. Let's see. Okay, am I talking to a robot here? A robot with human skin. Oh, that's fire. Is there anything evident about it? Oh, there's a Brahmin. Oh, it's a Van Graff. A Van Graff. It's a Van Graff dude all the way out here. Caravan guy. Another Van Graff. Huh. Curious. Very curious. Like the Van Graffs maybe had a fight with the caravans. Which I don't see why they would do that, considering the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs are supposed to be working together. I think. I mean, the Crimson Caravan works with everybody else. Except for the Gunrunners. Well, not everybody else, but a lot of people.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Thank you very much. Though, actually, come to think of it, the Crimson Caravan and Van Graffs probably don't work together, considering the Crimson Caravan is lined up with the NCR. And she told us that the Van Graffs and the NCR don't get along. So, yeah, maybe it was not maybe some other caravan.
We've got stuff we're not
Yeah.
even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
There's more than just the Crimson Caravan. There's the Happy Trails Expedition Caravan. Happy Trails Caravan. There's Cassidy's Caravan. There's,
Someone dead? Really dead?
uh,
The Silver Rush and we'll give you the
there's a few other caravan groups. I mean, that could be anybody's caravan. Not necessarily the Crimson Caravan.
Hey,
Welcome back. Did you have news for me, or are you just here for the guns? And? Don't leave me in suspense. What was their reaction? It's better if you don't ask. Now, I believe I asked you a question. What was their reaction? Good. Good. Here's your payment. If you'll excuse me, I have some thinking to do. Oh, Jean-Baptiste was talking about a matter earlier that he needs help with. I volunteered you. See him for the details.
I'm thinking this is John Baptiste, that's his name. John Baptiste Cutting. And yet her name is Gloria Van Graff. They have different last names, yet they're brother and sister. I thought that for a while, but then I thought to myself, maybe they're half brother and sister. They're half siblings, yeah. Or it could be possible that she was named after the father and he was named after the mother. I don't know. Anything's possible.